all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. Lots of love. My name is Key. We are live for a New Year's Eve. Couple of watch-alongs. New Year's Eve, we've got Sudan against Burkina Faso in this one, followed later by Mozambique against Cameroon. Now, both of these games are there's still something riding on these games. Listen, both teams have qualified already. However, there is still the possibility and who's going to finish second, who's going to finish third, because then that's basically who's going to get the better pathway to the next round in the knockout stages. You know, everyone would rather finish second than third, purely because if you finish in one of those best of the third place places, you're going to be playing one of the giants in the next round. So, I am sure Burkina Faso will be doing their all. Sudan have made it to the knockout rounds as part of one of the better placed third teams in the tournament. So, yeah, even if they lose today, they go through. But Burkina Faso, Sudan, that is what we're covering first. It's going to be a really, really good one. Sarah says, evening, Key and chat. How we doing? Steve-O, good to see you. Ronnie, hey, Key. Shit performance against Wolves. Ruben got it completely wrong yesterday. And seeing academy players get abuse from fans doesn't sit right with me. Shocking, innit? Absolutely shocking. I am very surprised United fans took the approach they did with Lacey and Fletcher. And there's quite a few people saying, was it Mantato as well? They're just not ready. They're just not ready. That's not Man United, is it? That is just not Manchester United at all. Hey, Wonder LS, how's it going? Who else are we missing? I can see everyone flying in the chat. Listen, I wasn't actually expecting, I don't think we'll get too many in tonight. I'm thinking it's New Year's Eve, everyone's going to be going in parties and stuff like that. But listen, it's still relatively early. We're only on, not even 4 o'clock yet. 4 o'clock kickoff. You can definitely cram in a watch-along before you head out on the ale or whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world. Bringing in the new year. Hopefully, it's a positive, healthy, happy one for you and your family, wherever you are. Erdy, how's it going, Erdy? Good to see you. Gunners 1994. I see you embraced yourself again, Kia. You never learn. How was our first goal not a goal? Embraced. I embraced myself. Ooh. I embraced myself. Lucas is AFCON at 4. It is, mate, yeah. It kicks off in 10 minutes. Jake, Yoki, how are we? I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Lucas, I don't understand the third place thing. Basically, the way it is you have first and second go through. And then of the teams that finish third, whichever teams that finish third are placed highest when you put them into their own little separate table, they go through. So I think the bottom two are Angola and Comoros. Angola and Comoros don't make it. Edouard Offney, 2-0 Burkina Faso. And Shell says 53, watching only 2 likes. Hit the likes, please. Cheers, Shell. Dan Dog, hope the Sunderland players get knocked out so we can have them back. Yeah, there's quite a few Sunderland players missing. I mean, Bertrand Traore starts today, by the way. Yeah, Bertrand Traore starts for Burkina Faso today. So he's a centre-forward with Edmond Tapsoba, who scored the winner against Equatorial Guinea. He starts as well. Adrian, how's it going? Good to see you. Barnyard still crying over Arsenal today. I am, mate. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a mess. I'm an emotional mess. How do we go in, Erdy, Shell? Dandog says Reynildo, Talbi, Masuaku, Torre, and a couple more. Listen, I mean, to be honest, it isn't just Sunderland, is it? Everyone's got teams, got players missing at the AFCON teams. And Burmo and Ahmad for Manchester United, I'm sure they are eager to get those back, especially after dropping points against Wolves yesterday. United will be desperate to get those back. And Mazraoui as well. There's lots of really talented players. I mean, Liverpool, believe me, I know Mo Salah left in a bit of a haze of whether or not he's still a big part of Liverpool, but we need him back. We want him back. Hopefully we get the job done against Leeds tomorrow without him, though. Lucas, it's the most, though. Logan says, you do love to moan about Arsenal, always making up excuses. Well, it's not like I love to moan about Arsenal. We watch everyone on the channel. It's not just Arsenal. You guys like to think it's about you. It's not really not about you. It's really not about you. Don't deep it, mate. It's really not about you. The channel is like 5% Arsenal. Hey, love that, Sarah. Thank you very much. Sarah sent through a membership, gifted a membership, and Shay Follett has received it. Love that. I don't know how it's randomly assigned, but that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Sarah. That's very, very kind of you to do that. Very, very kind. And thank you very much for gifting the membership. Big, big thanks, Sarah. Huge, huge supporter of the channel. Lots of love to you and your family this year. Really appreciate your support, as always. And great to have you in the chat. User 260 says we need Salah back, even if that means Slot swallowing his pride or even leaving. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need the manager who wins the league in his first season to leave urgently. Sarah, you're welcome. And Gunnar says, Key, in the hate watch along with the other fans, and we enjoy in the tears. Whatever works for you, mate. Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever helps you sleep at night. This one is on 143, by the way. Yeah, 143. People are asking what channel. Abdul Ghaffar Kobri. Good to see you, mate. It is kicking off in about 8 minutes' time. Burkina Faso against Sudan. Shell, how are you feeling, Shell? Are you feeling any better today? And have you got any plans, more importantly, for New Year's? Well, not more importantly, less importantly. More important, you feel better. But have you got any plans for New Year's? Reese, how's it going, Reese? Thank you very much for the tweet, by the way. That was a lovely surprise this afternoon. Lucas says, are all AFCON games on Channel 4? Oh, they are. Sorry, yeah. They're on Channel 4, 4-7. They're not on, 104. Barnyard, at least we can sleep at night. You can't. Wake up screaming in a cold sweat over Arsenal scoring from a set piece. That is very poetic, almost. You're lost. You're wasted on YouTube chat, mate. You need to get writing poems. That's beautiful. Jake says, what channel? 143. If you're watching it on Sky or Virgin, I think it's 143 on Virgin. I'm not sure what it is on Sky. It might be 147. Steve-O Benrahma scored free kick. Al Ittihad game now 1-1. And Che Follett, thank you for whoever it was for the gift of a membership. It was Sarah, and very, very big welcome to the Premier League Dad Members Club. Hopefully see you around and getting stuck in. Getting stucked. What a word that is. Reese, I saw you clipped up, although the comments on that tweet weren't the most pleasant. Hey, listen, I'll be honest. The comments just flying in, to be honest. Now, we've had an absolute raft. Did you see the comments left on YouTube last night? 200 plus comments left on the YouTube live last night. It's crazy. Reese says the one's on Channel 4, YouTube Sport. The other game's on telly. Yes, the other one's top v bottom in this group, isn't it? Which is Equatorial Guinea against Algeria? No? Yeah, Equatorial Guinea, Algeria is the other one. But again, that one, Equatorial Guinea are already out. They lost both games, and Algeria are already through. They're top with 6 points, so they're fine. User 260, Salah was a major factor in us winning the league. In fairness, not all Slot. No, he absolutely was a major factor, as was Slot. That's, both are important. I think Salah should recognise it wasn't just him. FM No Casuals got another 300 on the mighty Faso here. Good lad. We'll be doing our Premier League Dad Wrapped as well later on. So if you do want to find out a little bit of a... I've done some crunching of the numbers and stuff like that. So if you want to have a little look, there'll be a nice post going out later on my Twitter. I'll be putting it on YouTube, on TikTok, and everywhere else, and on Instagram as well. Make sure you followed on all those platforms. I'll be posting Premier League Dad's 2025 Wrapped later on. It's taken me ages to do. But in that will also include my top 10 games that we have watched on the channel in 2025. We have done over 500 games. I've even counted all the goals up, and I've done a breakdown of my top 10 Premier League dad. Oh, this is Algeria. The other one's on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, my top 10 Premier League dad games in 2025. Sarah says, while you're here, can you hit the like and subscribe, please? Thank you very much, Sarah. Why is it not working, that? Oh my God, this is the worst. Okay, 3 minutes to kick off. The lineups will be on your screen in just a moment. Oh my God, this is doing me head in. Bree says, don't want to be too soppy, but wanted to say a massive thank you, pal, for changing my football experience in 2025. It's not been the best year I've had, but I think somewhere to belong here has brightened it. Oh, mate. Oh, you soppy bugger, you. Oh, that's really, really lovely. And do you know what? No, not even thank you. Thank you to everyone in the chat. That goes to everyone. That isn't to anyone in particular. That's definitely to everyone, because I'm guaranteeing you it ain't me who's made this so special. It's everyone in the chat. So, but no, mate, that's lovely. That's really, really nice. And believe me, it's a privilege to have you. Why is this fucking remote not working though? It's an absolute privilege to have you in the chat. It really, really is. And believe me, I'd be a lot more heartfelt if I wasn't trying to deal with a remote that just wouldn't work for whatever reason. Alright, okay, finally got it working now. But that is really, really nice. And I couldn't agree more. Yes. It's on Channel 4 Sport, isn't it? Yeah, Channel 4 Sport, Burkina Faso. If you want to watch Sudan v Burkina Faso. It's not even batteries, you know. It really isn't batteries. It's the fact that I think we've got this box here, we've got a box downstairs, and this remote seems to work on both of them, which is well frustrating. And what it ends up being is like a fight with whoever's got the remote downstairs. I end up changing their channel over downstairs. If it's anything, it's the opposite. It's that the remote is too strong. La Sina Zugori, Le Burkina Faso et Fao. Le Burkina Faso et Fao. Love it. I don't know what that means. L'amour, Burkina Faso. Callum says, Key, I came across a very gory video of that crash. It's so sad. Oh, God. Yeah, don't be watching that, mate. Not good for the soul. Not good for the heart or the soul. But yeah, Reese, we need to get you amongst it, mate, in 2025. To be honest, I'm trying to find 2026. I'm finding more and more ways to make the watch-alongs, certainly for regulars like yourself, more engaging, so you can actually get involved in the live, whether that be as a guest, like you said, we talked about, or maybe even just like from January onwards, I'm going to be doing WhatsApps where you can actually just send in voice notes. So if you just want to send in voice notes, and we'll play your voice notes live during the game. So that will be happening next month. We're off and underway. 35 seconds in. Yeah, so again, if you want to like drop in real time, like Key, I think Burkina Faso are bang on top here. I think they're going to win it. What do you think? Or Key, I think Chelsea need to make some changes. They're getting exploited down the left-hand side. You can literally just jump on and go, say this, and then come through. It'll come through to me here, and I'll play it. And if it's come from someone who I trust, I'll play it straight away. If it comes from Reese, there's absolutely no way I'm playing it first time. I'll have to check it. I'll have to have it quietly to me ear first and just make sure he's not, like, dropping in anything a bit naughty. Reese says, plus you're setting a brilliant example to your family about passions, dreams, happiness, over pound signs, and with that, say the subs are flying up. Fingers crossed we can get up to 500 more games together in 2026. Yes. Let's hope so. I'm rooting for... I'd love to. I really would love to. Callum says 2016 2.0 coming up. 2026 ain't a thing. Anger bouts. That was exactly your line of thinking. That's exactly your line of thinking. James Appiah, Sudan head coach. Sudan, not Sudan. I keep saying it's Sudan and I get called out by Sudanese watchers. Here's Burkina Faso, edge of the box. We've got a Sudan player lying prone here. The referee needs to stop the game here, surely. He's down with a head injury. James Gibber, has the game started? It has, yeah. We're 2 minutes 21 seconds in. GTFC TV, do you do National League games? It's so tight at the top. Yeah, we've done a few National League games. We did, I think the last few games we've done York City, we've done Rochdale, we've done Forest Green, we've done a few Morecambe games. This is what people ask all the time, like, what do you do when, the international break's on? Well, all the other channels, don't they? All the, not naming names, but, your big ones, your Goldbridges, your Saeeds, your... whoever else, AFTV, they all go to bed. They all enjoy whatever, transfer talk or whatever, the same, whatever. As soon as the international break starts, we're watching a bit of everything. We're watching the Norwegian League. We're watching the National League. We're watching all sorts. We've got loads of games I cover all year long, and it's a good laugh. Ollie says, what's been your favourite games you've watched on live? I am doing Premier League Dad Wrapped. If you want to watch it later, if you want to see it later, I'm doing a post. It's going out about 6:30 tonight. As soon as this game finishes, basically, it's going out, and it's Premier League Dad Wrapped. My top 10 games of 2025, and just a general sort of nice post to end the year for the first year of Premier League Dad. Reece says, I like the sound of my own voice, so we'll ration maybe to 5 notes a game, or else I'll hog your channel. Hey, mate, listen, I'm fine with that. You just hog away, mate. That didn't sound particularly nice, did it? Hog away. Do what you need to do. Send them in. If they're good, they're good. I'll play them. I can't promise I'll play them all. Because I'm sure there will be some who will send some questionable ones in. But I'll have to have like a criteria, because again, there's going to be someone who starts it off with a really it sounds like a really good voice note, and then right at the end, just like, I was going to say, do you know the guy in the TV interview who grabs the mic and goes, yeah, that guy. Daniel, lovely watch last night, lol. Yeah, I thought it would be. Corin, hi Key, just popping in to say hi. Happy New Year, Corin. Hopefully see you in 2026 if you're not sticking around for these 2 AFCON watch-alongs. GTFC TV, not naming names, then goes on to name Goldbridge and Saeed. Never change, mate. Well, you know what I mean? I was thinking of, to be honest, I was just thinking of the ones I was watching last night. Saeed and Goldbridge were the ones that were featured alongside me on the thumbnails, on the fan reaction channels. Ollie, hopefully you stick with us here on social media next year, eh? I hope so, but I think we need another month like December, to be fair. I think December's been good. December's been a plus. Reese, you have to watch the tweet I tagged you in. It's a good laugh. I've seen it. Reese might just send you a voice note of me singing North London Forever, Key. Oh, no. That is the worst anthem. North London forever. Forever and ever. It's so grim. Right. Here we go. Burkina Faso trying to get the ball out the back. Sudan. Oh, hey, there's a claim for a red card here already. The Sudan player's gone down holding his face here. Screaming in agony. Mr. Edwards, how do you, Key? Hope you're well. So disappointed in Amorim yesterday. He was so cowardly. I'm willing to stick with him, but the longer it goes on, the more I think he's out of his depth. Cowardly. I was really surprised to see so many, so many United fans turn on him last night. I thought there was far more loyalists to Amorim, but apparently that was the straw that broke the camel's back last night. What was so disheartening for you as a United fan? What was the bit that really upset you? Dion, North London. No, it's just so whiny as well. North London forever. Romario, is this the first time you've done a Sudan Watchalong, Key? It's actually not. No, we did an Egypt against Sudan Watchalong in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. I don't know, maybe 2-3 months back. So I can't even say it's the first ever Sudan game we've done. We've done pretty much. I think we've covered off most bloody countries and clubs in the world at this point now. Once you start ticking off the Valors and Frams and Equatorial Guineas of this world. Dylan, love the new setup. Very, very nice of you to say so, mate. Thank you very much. We're working hard on it. Reese says Key decided he was going to do an AFCON watch-along, all of a Sudan. And Lisha says, Key, it wasn't Egypt, it was Senegal. Senegal. It was Senegal. Apologies. Shell, nice win for us. Toffees yesterday. It was. Yes, it was a very, very good win for Everton, that actually, A very good win. Steve-O, here's to you, but I'm here drinking a good old Glenfiddich to bring on 2026. Love that. And 3-Star Red says, what are we saying? Sorry. Afternoon, Key. The two standout dates as 2025 draws to a close is the 22nd of November and the first day I found Premier League Dad on YouTube, which made the 22nd of November all the more better. Is that you've been watching us since before the 22nd of November? You've been on here since before then. Surely you've been on here since before then. Burkina Faso pushing down the right-hand side here. Wonder Les Key singing challenging coming 2026. 2016, I wish. GTFC TV, people talked about Amorim like he was another Pep when he first came in, and he's no better than Gerrard and Vieira. Nicholas Arno says, after scrolling through you watching AI versus KA or something in the Icelandic League, the sky is the eye. Or the sky's the limit, I assume that was Nicholas. Taylor says, afternoon, Key. I'm watching the Equatorial Guinea v Algeria match on beIN Sports. Lovely. It is on Channel 4, mate, just so you know. It's on Freeview in the UK. Graham, how's it going? Mr. Edwards says, the past few games we've switched to a back four and look better, more controlled and attacking than against Wolves with 2 points. He goes to 5 at the back with everyone behind the ball. No urgency. And Lou says, did you watch any of the Ev game? I saw both goals. We watched a little bit of Everton while it was like half-time in the Arsenal game. I thought James Garner was terrific last night in the little bits that I saw. I saw like a slightly longer highlights package earlier this morning. So yeah, I thought Everton were... I did think Forest were poor. I'm not, it was a great result for Everton. I think that's got to be the thing that you distinguish in these things. It's a great result. It wasn't necessarily a fantastic performance, but it was a great result. Forest were terrible, though. Again, Forest were really, really poor. And, to what extent you place on that is Everton not allowing them to play and whatever. That's up to you. But for me, I just think, I think Everton deserved a win. There's no question about that. Everton deserved the win. James Garner was terrific. Great to see, and genuinely from a place of, even as a Red, I'm really, really pleased that Tierno Barry got on the score sheet again, because I actually got some stick from a Liverpool fan who said, why do you keep saying you want Tierno Barry to score? Because I like him. I really like Tierno Barry, and I think there's ability there, and I've backed him since before his days in Villarreal, even going back to his Bale days. I thought he was a player then. I still think he's a player now, but he's not been showing it. Joe says, Key, apparently Arsenal won the league last night. Is that true? yeah, well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? And Loco says, Key, opening 10 minutes, who's looked more lively and likely to score first? Well, Sudan have got a free kick here. Sudan free kick into the box, left-footed. It's going to go out for not nearly a corner, no, but Burkina Faso get it away. To be honest, there's not been any shots on goal. There's not been any real efforts from either team. It's been pretty flat. Yeah, so not really anything to talk about in the first 12 minutes here. It's been, maybe as you'd expect to a degree, it's been a lot of both teams quite comfortable. They both know that they're through. Sudan know that they've qualified. Burkina Faso know that they've qualified. I'm sure every player on that pitch is thinking, I don't... If there's a 50-50 ball, do I necessarily want to fly into it full-blooded? Because I don't want to be out-injured for the knockout rounds in a week's time. So, I actually think there's quite a few players already thinking ahead to the next game. Hatimo Barure, good to see you, Burkina Faso fan. On Durales, do you think Dyche ball will start to work for Forest? I guess it depends on what you mean by work. I think Forest's ambitions should have been higher than Sean Dyche. I think what happened was they got in a bad position at the start of the season. They panicked. They committed to Ange. Ange had a really bad run. They then panicked, and now they've pulled the lever on a sort of... Sean Dyche is the new Sam Allardyce, hasn't he? Basically, he's the new Sam Allardyce, in the sense that Sam Allardyce back in the day when I was growing up watching the Premier League, it was, if you got a team down at the bottom that's struggling, it's break glass in case of emergency. You get Sam Allardyce in, and that's basically what Sean Dyche is. He guarantees safety. And I think that's what happened. Marinakis panicked. He got Dyche in, and then he's got a little bit too scared. So yeah, I think in terms of will Dyche's setup work, I think it'll keep him up. But if I'm dead honest, I think Ange would have kept him up. I think Ange long term would have been a much better option than Dyche. Reese says, once in a science essay, I wrote an intelligent introduction, intelligent conclusion, and the middle was things like Mickey Mouse goes to Toyland, tongue twisters, and nursery rhymes. A grade still. Lovely. Mr. Edwards says, I want to back Amorim, but with the worst win percentage of any Man United manager post-World War II, I cannot argue against him being sacked. He's self-sabotaging the team, in my opinion. Whew. Wow. GTFC TV says, nice to see a Premier League team supporter follow all the leagues in the world, even though your Drogba overrated opinion is crazy, but each to their own. I don't think, when I say Drogba's overrated, don't equate that to, I think Drogba's bad, because he's not. Drogba was an absolutely brilliant striker, and I loved him. I loved watching Drogba. He's one of my favourite Chelsea players of all time. Might even be my favourite Chelsea player of all time. He's fantastic. So I liked him. I just don't think he's like top 10. He's not top 10. He's not top 10 Premier League centre-forwards. He's just not. And I actually don't even think he's top 20, like I said. Burkina Faso chance here. Far post must be. It's 1-0. Burkina Faso have scored. And is it Bertrand Traore? It's Lassina Traore, sorry. It's Lassina Traore at the back post. It's the full-back, and it's 1-0 Burkina Faso. We've got a goal in this one. And we're off and underway. Sudan 0, Burkina Faso 1. It was a great ball in, Max. It's got to be said. A fabulous ball in. Still 0-0 in the other game, by the way. Equatorial Guinea 0. Algeria 0 in that one. But yeah, it's Lassina Traore, the fullback / forward. Well, he's a winger, isn't he? He's a winger from Shakhtar. Playing a little bit more advanced today for Burkina Faso. And it's hung up by Minungu, I think. Minungu stands it up at the far post. Is it Minungu or is it Irie? Who gets the assist here? Is it Minungu or Irie? It's a great ball. And yeah, Traore there, back stick. Fantastic finish. And it's 1-0. Quick word on Minungu, by the way. I don't know if we have talked about this previously on the channel, but Minungu is a real success story in the AFCON. He scored the late equaliser for Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea in game week 1, and on match day 1 rather. George Minungu is blind in his left eye. He was told he would never ever play professional football, and he's now playing for Seattle Sounders. He's 23, playing for Seattle Sounders, and scored for his country at the African Cup of Nations. Absolutely brilliant story. 3-star Red, you are correct, Key. I've been watching Premier League Dad before the 22nd of November. It's just that the 22nd of November was a very enjoyable day watching a Premier League Dad stream. I remember that date. I remember that date. Mr. Edwards, I think Amorim has the right intentions. However, I just think he doesn't understand what it means to be a United manager. We're built on taking risks and attacking. Not good enough, disappointing. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And that's why I'm getting so much stick from Arsenal fans, to be honest, at the minute, because I genuinely think Arteta would have been already sacked at Liverpool or Man United. The fans would not have tolerated the football that he's serving up whilst not winning trophies. Erdy says, the first time I watched you was when Rangers played Club Brugge in a friendly. That was a long time ago. That was July time, wasn't it? Good game, that one as well. GTFC, are you doing the Cameroon or Ivory Coast game tonight? I am doing Mozambique against Cameroon, because that's the one that, again, feels like it's got more riding on it. Gabon are already out. Equatorial Guinea 0, Algeria 1. Yeah, Gabon are already out, really. So the Ivory Coast are already through. Again, there's not really anything riding on that. Whereas Cameroon, Mozambique, again, it's who's going to finish second, who's going to finish third. Shell says, new fireman Shandice, and we've had both of them. Well, and Everton have needed to break glass, haven't they? Break glass in case of emergency. They've needed to do that a few times, they have. GTFC says, Big Sam had a quality team at Bolton and at Blackburn. They're not bad managers in many ways. They're very, very good managers. I just feel like they've got a ceiling. Allardyce and Dyche and Hodgson was kind of the same. They'd come in, they'd work with what they'd got, and they were very good at getting a very organised. They're very organised. They'd get a great backline structure, very disciplined, not great to watch, terrible to watch, but effective. But yeah, we've got a change here coming on, I think. Change for Burkina Faso. Ollie says, first time I watched you was in a Liverpool v AC Milan friendly. Yes, I think we lost that one, didn't we? 4-2. Florian Wirtz scored that game. Loco says James Garner's actually a decent player, but internationally he'll never show it on the top stage. Might need to put the Scottish accent on and contact Steve. And Joe says, to be fair, I was just jumping around the room at Newcastle beating Burnley. Nicholas says, is refereeing always terrible in the AFCON? Tunisia versus Nigeria was shocking. It's always just a chaotic tournament, full stop, mate. You know, you get bad, like really, really bad misses, shocking goalkeeper howlers and clangers, defensive lapses. You see defensive lapses and misses every single game, and I think the referees just sort of bake into that. I think the referees seem to look at the players either scoring worldies or missing sitters and go, I need to get involved in this. So they start having some weird and wonderful decisions as well. Shell says, can't remember how long I've been watching your channel, but it's a long while. I'm pretty sure, Shell, you came in for the Everton-Brighton game. I think that was when you came in. I'm pretty confident. 3-Star Red says, each game since I found the stream this year, everyone has been entertaining with a great bunch of rival fans from all over. And Honor Permo says, Merry Christmas, Key, and a Happy New Year. Wasn't able to get on throughout that entire period because I was up visiting my family in Aberdeen. Aberdeen! Love it. Been to Aberdeen. Honor Permo, hope you had a great time. Same to you, mate. Yeah, lots of love. Lots of love. And Reece says, first time here for me was Leeds Everton, Monday Night Football, 1-0, first of the season, a game to make the eyes bleed. And the first I said was, you're from St. Helens. I detect Johnny Vegas in your voice. He could have said worse. He could have said, I detect Johnny Vegas in your physique. I might have been a bit more offended at that. Hey, is it a penalty, that? Is it a penalty? He's give a penalty. It's a penalty to Sudan. And when we was talking about clangers and chaos. And this is what the AFCON brings. AF chaos. We've got to trademark that. It's absolute chaos, and it's a penalty to Sudan. It's absolutely shocking, this from the goalkeeper. I'm telling you, if you're not watching this, make sure you go and watch it, because the ball... what is the keeper doing here? Oh, my God. I can't even explain to you. The goalkeeper basically rugby tackles the centre forward in the box. He's just rugby tackled him. It's so bad. It's so bad. Joe says, first time I watched you was before the Newcastle v Everton game last season when me and you had a go at each other because you thought we wouldn't get Champions League. Yeah. What a silly thing that was to say, eh? Ethan says, do you still see Arsenal slipping up? Statement performance last night. Gabriel's a monster, ain't he? I don't see Arsenal winning the league. Yeah. It was a great performance. Sorry, it was a great win last night, but not a great performance from Arsenal. I thought Villa were the better side in the first half and should have been in front. T, do you think Arsenal deserve to win the game in the second half? Well, it's difficult to say because, again, we're basing it off one massive decision that diverges the whole game. Sudan penalty. Oh, they've missed it. He's not even hit the target. That's unforgivable. If you have a penalty and you drag it wide like that, Coffee gets away with it. The Burkina Faso goalkeeper, Coffee, he's thanking his lucky stars here. I'll tell you, that penalty, it's near the corner flag. It's closer to the corner flag than the goal. Shocking from Sudan. Ben says, did you see Ian So Happy Emery interview after the game last night? The one where he's going like that. No. Ethan says, if only Watkins wasn't awful when one-on-one. And 3-Star Red says, did you not think you were that old to remember the clangers on our TV, Key? Did not think you were old enough to remember the clangers. I vaguely remember the clangers. Only vaguely. Loco, this is why we love the AFCON. Reese, I've forgotten when I first joined your streams, Key. I can usually hazard a guess, but I don't know. I think you probably were like super early doors. I think you were like February, March time. One of the OGs, mate. Chaibi scored for Algeria against Equatorial Guinea. Faris Chaibi of Frankfurt has put them 2-0 in front. Oh, it's really poor. Really, really poor from Burkina Faso to give the penalty away. But even worse from Sudan to just drag the penalty wide. It's a horrendous penalty miss from Nou. Al Ghazali Nou, who plays for Al Ahly Tripoli in the Libyan Premier League. Yes, you heard that right. He plays for the current champions of the Libyan Premier League, Al Ahly Tripoli. And the Burkina Faso goalkeeper's down here. Boys, 8219, has anyone told you that you're the love child of Peter Kay and Mark Goldbridge? Only twice or 3 times a week sometimes, but not that often. GTFC TV says, Man U fans losing their head yesterday, and every time they play bad, they compare it to the Grimsby game. It's music to my ears. They always going to remember losing to the mighty Mariners. That was a great night, that. Do you know what? That's one of the biggest regrets I've done on this channel. I usually try and pick the right game. Sometimes you get games where it's like, or sometimes you get nights where it's like 2 games, 3 games on at the same time, and you're like, oh, I'd love it if they spaced them apart so I could watch them all. But sometimes you can't. You've got to pick one. And that night, I can't remember who we watched. It might have been Liverpool-Southampton, actually, in which case, I would have always watched Liverpool over Grimsby. But I can't remember who it was. We was watching a stream, and we didn't watch the Grimsby United game, because that was on ITV, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not watching United. United will beat Grimsby. I'm not sitting there and watching United win, and then everyone gets dead excited because Sesko scores against Grimsby. And I've got to sit there and be like, it's Grimsby. Can we just put a bit of context in? It's Grimsby. But when they started to lose, I was like, oh my God, Key, you've had a shocker here. You definitely should have been watching that one. Ethan says, where do you think Elliot Anderson goes in the summer? Burkina Faso, chance, cleared away by Sudan. Yeah, where do I think Elliot Anderson goes? I'd like to think that Liverpool can get him. Like, in an ideal world, honestly, if I was playing Footy Manager, I'd be selling McAllister and I'd be getting Wharton and Elliot Anderson. That would be my approach to Liverpool's midfield, because we desperately need him. Abdul Sam Wadraugo. How's it going, Abdul? Baz says, what a clearance from the Sudan player. And Sonny Marco says, Rangers or Celtic. I would guess I'm probably more Rangers than Celtic. I don't mind both, though. I like both clubs, and yeah, I haven't got an axe to grind with either. I'm a Livingston fan. Livingston are my Scottish Premier League team. And that's based purely on the fact of the Ross County Livingston Watchalong that we did last season. Lisa says, Key, the comments on that Arsenal Watchalong yesterday was unreal. I know. And Lisa says, annoyed I didn't watch the Plymouth Argyle v Liverpool game too. Would have been common sense that LFC won that. Yeah, you'd always kick yourself on them ones. Dauda Sidibe, good to see Burkina Faso to win this one. I need 4 shots on target from Burkina Faso. Yeah, I'm that guy who's back to that. GTFC says Newcastle must regret selling Anderson. Massively, they regret it. You know they regret it, but I don't think the problem for Newcastle is they just haven't got the money, or didn't have the money at the time to keep hold of him. They needed the cash. And it probably makes it all the more worse that they ended up paying Nottingham Forest huge money for a goalkeeper they didn't really need either. Right, we've got 30 minutes on the clock. Burkina Faso 1-0 in front. It's not necessarily surprising. I'm pretty confident Algeria and Burkina Faso will top the group here. That said, Sudan will still qualify. Wonder less, do you think Ivory's going to win v Gabon? I would say so, yeah. I think Ivory Coast will get the win tonight. Aubameyang's not really turned up this tournament. I know he got one the other day, but he hasn't really turned up this tournament. And neither's Mario Lemina or any of Gabon's key players, really. And yeah, I can't see Gabon doing anything later. The SGC files. This is why you aren't a good creator. You talk about every club except your own. This fella thinks I don't talk about Liverpool enough. Jesus, ask anyone. The amount of stick I get for always bringing it back to Liverpool. I can't win. I can't win. I don't talk enough about Liverpool. I talk too much about Liverpool. Ask Joe in the chat. Joe will tell you I speak about Liverpool far too much. Shell says 196 watching, 17 likes. Hit the likes, please. Cheers for that, Shell. Burkina Faso down the left-hand side. Oh, yo, corner, unlucky. Nearly 2-0. Sudan defending very, very deep. GTFC says, if you were a Chelsea fan, would you be Maresca out? I mean, I can't really understand Chelsea. It's 3-0 for Algeria now. I can't really understand Chelsea because Chelsea operate not like any other club in football, and it works for them. There's not really any other club that sacks managers as frequently as they do, and they still end up, winning big trophies. They won 2 European Cups, 2 more than Arsenal, funnily enough, SGC. And I don't like Chelsea, but Chelsea have won 2 European Cups. They've won, plenty of Premier Leagues and FA Cups at a time when Arsenal, the great Arsenal, have won bugger all. So, like I said, Chelsea, you can give them a lot of stick. And would I sack Maresca? I mean, if he was a Liverpool manager, no. Liverpool and United tend to back their managers. That's the culture of our clubs. Big clubs, big identities, we back our managers. Chelsea don't do that. Chelsea sack their manager. Over the last 20, 25 years, on average, they've sacked a manager every 18 months. And it works for them. So if I was a Chelsea fan, and I was speaking specifically about Maresca at Chelsea, then yes, you have to sack him. Sack him, get someone else. GTFC says, you need mods for clowns. Do you know what, mate? The thing is, let them come in. It's great. It's great. They come in, they have a little whinge, they have a little rant, and it's, it's all good. Let them have the moment. Let them have the moment. As long as they're being polite to everyone else, I actually don't really mind. I don't mind what they say to me. Come and say what they want to me, as long as they're being alright to everyone else. FM No Casualty, still doing this next year, Key? I hope so. I really hope so. Yeah. I think. I mean, I'll be here to the end of January at the very least, and that's not me kind of. I'm not playing the game. I promise you. All me and the missus said is we'd sit down in January and talk about what this looks like going forward. We gave ourselves a year to have a bloody good go at doing what we wanted to do, like our dream job. So I'm going to give it a go. We've given it a go. We'll see. We'll see what January looks like, and I'll see how it works. But I might listen. It's not going to disappear overnight. I mean, worst case, I might just be here once a week instead of twice a day. But we'll see. Bryn says, bloody hell, he's accused of not talking about Liverpool. I know, it's mad, isn't it? Happy New Year, Bryn. How's it going? Leon says, hi, what games are you doing tomorrow for the Premier League? Premier League, I am doing Leeds, Liverpool. That's 5:30, and then 8 o'clock, I am doing Sunderland, Man City. So yeah, please follow me, all that good stuff, if you're wanting to watch those with us. Can't believe it's been a year, lad. I know, it's flown, hasn't it? Absolutely flown. 512 games. 1,367 goals. Or 1,357 goals we've watched in that time. If you've been here every night anyway. Mr. Edwards says 1.6 billion spent at Chelsea and they still haven't got a midfield. Terrible. What did you say to upset the Arsenal fans, Kate? I think I just laughed when they conceded. Oh, Sudan, you've got to score again. Oh my God, they're claiming a corner, but I'm sorry, mate. You absolutely... Sudan should be 2-1 up here. This is a great ball in from deep. It's flicked on, and Sudan... They break the offside trap. Oh, he's got to score. He's absolutely got to score there. Does he get in each other's way? No. He's got to score there. 12. 12, mate. 12 nil-nils we did. 12 nil-nils. I've even got them written all written down here. You'll see it on Premier League Dad Wrapped later. I'm going to be posting later on. I mean, you can check it tomorrow or whatever. There'll be a post about it, but the 12 draws that we did in 2025 were Manchester United 0, Man City 0 in the Premier League, Portugal under 21s 0, France under 21s, TNS 0, Skendia 0, LAN 0, FK Auden 0 in the Europa Conference League qualifiers. The Skendia game was Champions League first round qualifier. Villa 0, Newcastle 0, Celtic 0, Kairat Almaty 0, Fredrikstad 0, Palace 0, Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, Rangers 0, Celtic 0, Old Firm 0-0, shocking that, Pisa 0, Lazio 0 in Serie A, Sturm Graz 0, Forest 0, and then Vélez Sarsfield 0, River Plate 0 in the Argentine Primera Division. That is the last 0-0 that we did on this channel. It was about maybe 2-3 months ago. So yeah, 12 0-0s. That's actually quite good. 512 games we've watched. 12 0-0s. I think that's with the football goods. The football gods have been very kind. I think we've curated a good little program there. If we've only got 12 0-0s out of 512, I'm pretty impressed by that. 3-Star Red says, Liverpool is covered on this channel every week when they have a game, unless you want Liverpool to play the other teams over and over again, the SG fans. And Mr. Edwards, the chat, please can I continue to watch football all day, every day? It's got to be a yes. Sedan on Timo Werner settings. They're just missing an absolute hatful here. The penalty was terrible, and that one was a sitter just then. Mr. Edwards, Arsenal surely have the most fragile fan base in world football. Do you know what I was going to do? I was going to do I can read you a smattering of some of the absolute best comments I've had. I've had some fantastic comments over the last 24 hours. Very abusive ones, mind, but some wonderful ones. GTFC said, TV, if you did F1 watch-alongs, this channel would be perfect for me. F1. I can't stomach F1, mate. F1 and golf. I could never watch. Could never do it. Sudan with a shot from distance. Miles over the bar. Aziz Lingane. Burkina Faso. Yes. 1-0 up. And flying through to the knockout stages. Excuse me. Mr. Edwards, Arsenal are just Spurs in a red kit, sir. And Abdan Manan, Sudan should have been 2-1 up by now, don't you think? I agree, Abdan, yeah. The penalty was a bad miss. And then the miss just after was even worse. It should be 2-1 to Sudan. GTFC, that's a dagger in my heart saying you don't like F1. Do you know what it is? Don't take it personally. I'm just really sad, and I have such an intense love affair with football. I haven't got any room for anything else, so I can't be as eclectic with my sports as other people can. Other people enjoy a smattering, a multitude, a plethora of sports. It's not something I can do, unfortunately. I commit wholeheartedly to one thing, and I know everything about whatever that one thing is. That's how I tend to do most things in life. Like, actually, that's not true. That's not true. I know lots of shit as well. Lots of, like, useless knowledge that's not very useful to anyone at all. Like, the collective name for a group of jellyfish is a schmuck. It's not really useful, unless you're in a pub quiz. Reese says that's 1-0 in every 43 games. Or 1-0-0 in every 43 games. So essentially 1-0-0 per whole season's worth of football. Superb going. That's been pretty good, that, isn't it? I think that shows we're all right at picking games of football. That nothing else. Reese, most useless fact you know, Key. I mean, that's probably what that is. Probably up there. The collective name for a group of jellyfish. A schmuck. Mr. Edwards, F1 in the early 2000s was its peak. It's gone way too strategy based. Just give everyone a full tank of fuel and let's see who the best driver is. It's a great ball down the left hand side here. Yeah, collective names, national dishes of countries. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm alright. I'm alright with that stuff. GTFC, football, F1 and UFC. I can't watch any other sport. Hey, to each their own, mate. To each their own. Every different strokes for different folks and all that good stuff. Well, this has been a pretty dull opening first half. We've had a good goal, a missed penalty, and a couple of sitters missed. Which, on the face of it, doesn't actually seem like a bad game. But it's been pretty dull. There's not been a lot else. The performance here has been that of two teams who know they're through. They know they're through. They know they're already qualified. And I think we're seeing, like I said, in the first 10 minutes of this one, we're seeing players who don't really want to commit. They don't want to push and exert too much energy. They don't want to commit to 50-50 challenges because, well, why would you? You're going to potentially get injured for the knockout rounds, you know? So we're seeing a lot of players, like I say, who are not too invested in the outcome here. But that said, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. It's the AFCON. There's chaos. Like I said, for a game that's not actually got an awful... It has got stuff that riding on it. It has got things riding on it, but it's not got a lot riding on it. We've still had a penalty, a goal, and a couple of missed chances in the first half. One day or less, have you got any new plans? Any plans for the new year, Key? Not particularly, mate. No, I was going to go round after... Not after this game, after the Cameroon-Mozambique game. Me, my wife, my little girl, my mum and dad, I think we're going to my brother's. I think they're already at my brother's, to be honest. We've always had a New Year's tradition in our family of, we have hot pot at New Year's. I don't know if other families do this, but we have a hot pot and we have to, my brother likes fireworks and blowing stuff up and, well, fireworks, not the latter thing. He likes fireworks. Made him sound far worse than he actually is, though. He likes fireworks, so he's taking care of fireworks. Yeah, so I think there's some sort of a firework display happening. We'll have a hot pot that my mum's going to make, I think, and once I've finished here, my little girl, she'll be up as long as she can. I don't think she's going to make it through to 12 o'clock, but she'll last as long as she can last, and then she'll go to bed. So yeah, kind of a mini party. They're already there. I'll get there late after the Cameroon-Mozambique game. That's my plan anyway. Aban, what team do you support in the Premier League? I'm a Liverpool fan. Aban, yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm live tomorrow for Leeds at Anfield against Liverpool, and then I'll be watching Sunderland against Manchester City straight after that. So we cover the Premier League every single week, every game that it's on. We cover the Premier League on this channel, but we also cover, as you can see, every other type of competition. We've done more than 40 competitions. So we've done the COSAFA Cup on this channel. We've done the AFCON. We've done World Cup qualifiers. We will be doing the World Cup next year. Yeah, football from all over the world. Wanderless, that's nice. I wish you and your family the best and a happy new year. Same to you. Yeah, have you got any plans? Anything you're doing that's nice? Gareth says happy new year, Key. Arsenal still not winning the league. No chance. No, I don't think Arsenal win the league. I think it's City's to throw away. Amy Ender says, come on Sunderland, we'll batter City. He didn't batter Leeds the other day. I think Sunderland lose their unbeaten streak at the Stadium of Light tomorrow. I don't necessarily want that to happen, mate. I like Sunderland an awful lot, by the way. I've been a big fan of what Regis Labris has done this season. I love my Ender, who's your username. I absolutely love my Ender. I think he's a fantastic young player. But I do think Sunderland get beat against City tomorrow. They're just showing back the Burkina Faso goal again. Traore, far post. That was a shocking penalty, that. That is absolutely outrageous. And he had the cheek to get up and say to the ref, it's not a pen, I didn't touch him. Oh. Al Ghazali with the penalty miss for Sudan. Do you know what? For Sudan and Burkina Faso, look at the crowd. The crowd for this one has been well better than many of the other games in Casablanca. All the games in Casablanca have been really empty. I remember watching the first game between Equatorial Guinea and Burkina Faso, and it was dead. Like, there was loads of empty seats. You could basically see the full back stand there. But now, I don't know if it's because it's just later in the tournament, or maybe Sudan have brought more fans than Equatorial Guinea did. I don't know. Prince Rupert, how's it going, mate? All right, Key. Are both of these teams through, did you say? Yes, both these teams through. Sudan will go through no matter what as one of the best placed third place sides. But if they do get through and they finish third, they are likely to play one of the other group winners, which honestly is, well, they're not likely. They play one of the group winners, which, if you look at the group winners in the African Nations Cup, Morocco, Egypt, Nigeria, Senegal, Cameroon, maybe Ivory Coast. They are the sides you don't want to play. So yeah, Sudan will probably play, I think on the basis of this, they'll play Senegal maybe, possibly Nigeria. Either way, two teams who should dispatch Sudan, no problem. Whereas if they finish second, then I think the second sides all play each other. So if you finish second in this group, you've got a chance of playing, Congo or Tunisia or South Africa or Mali. Again, countries that maybe Sudan could, on a with a good tailwind, they could maybe get a result against. But I don't think they're going to get a result against the Egypt, Senegal, Nigeria, Cameroon, Algeria. It's just not going to happen. 3-star Reds, we have a quiet new year. I'll raise a glass of non-alcoholic drink and watch the fireworks in our area that everyone lets off. Nice. And GTFC, can we all agree Granit Xhaka has been the signing of the season so far? He has. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. No doubt at all about that. Arban says, even if that penalty would have been on target, I think the goalkeeper would have easily saved it. It was a poor penalty though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a very poor pen. We've got 5 minutes of added on time here, and we're pretty much there. It's going to be a corner, surely. Yep, corner kick to Burkina Faso. 77% of viewers saying that they wanted, that they think Burkina Faso will win. Oh, it's a great run. It's a great tackle as well. It's going to be another corner to Burkina Faso. Very, very good run, that. Really good run. Aban says, by the way, good jersey collection, mate. Cheers for that. Thank you. My sounds fell out. Has it? Seems all right. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Come on, Burkina Faso. Far post. I think that's going to be it now. The referee's going to blow up, surely. Surely the referee's going to blow up here. Yeah. Yeah, jersey collection. Thank you very much, mate. I've got absolutely loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. The wife's on at me to try and get rid of as many as I can possibly get rid of. I always said I'd be giving them away on the channel. So I think that probably will start to happen more and more. Now we've got a bit of a following. On a permo, Regrettamine Heights and GTFC, even the Cameroon manager doesn't trust Onana, not even took him to the tournament. Well, in fairness, the Cameroon manager situation isn't exactly crystal clear. So it's not necessarily that the Cameroon manager doesn't think Onana is the right pick. It may be more that Samuel Eto'o doesn't think Andre Onana is the right pick. Because, yeah, the Cameroon manager situation, they've technically got two managers currently, one of whom has been sacked but hasn't actually been sacked. Legally, he's still the manager. He's picked a team. That team hasn't gone to the AFCON. Another manager that was also appointed by Samuel Eto'o, allegedly with a squad that he has picked, Samuel Eto'o has picked, has gone to the AFCON under the guidance of this new manager. So it's a really weird situation with Cameroon. A very, very weird situation. Right, half-time in this one. 1-0 to Burkina Faso. It's 3-0 in the other game. Algeria against Equatorial Guinea. Real shame for Equatorial Guinea. Given that they were 1-0 up against Burkina Faso in game week 1, I really thought they might surprise a few. I rooted for Equatorial Guinea, but sadly no. They are 3 goals down against Algeria, and that one is going to be a dead rubber in the second half. I can't see him coming back at all in that one. So yeah, second half, this one's still delicately poised. Sudan have only had 29% possession in the first half. 0 shots on target. They've really struggled. Yeah, really struggled. Right, should we do a little halftime quiz? Should we do a halftime quiz? Aban says, what are your predictions for what teams will finish in the top 5 in the Premier League? Top 5 in the Premier League for me is pretty much the same as last season. I think Chelsea will finish 4th, and I think Villa will finish 5th. I think City win the league, Arsenal finish 2nd, Liverpool finish 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Villa 5th. That's I don't think Villa. I said even last week, even after Villa, won at Chelsea, I got a lot of stick the other day for saying I think Aston Villa don't finish in the top 4. I still don't think they finish in the top 4. I think if anything, Villa will get in the Champions League next season by winning the Europa League. So I think they'll struggle in the latter half of the season because they'll be thriving in Europe and they might start to apportion more energy into that Europa League run. So I think they'll do well. Chelsea, I think, will recover. I think they probably will sack Maresca at some point in the next couple of weeks. And I think they'll replace him with a manager that will come in and immediately have an impact. So I expect Maresca goes, but I think Chelsea will end up getting a run together towards the end of the season. They've got good players, Chelsea, haven't they? Let's be honest. They've got great players. You know, there's only so much Caicedo and Cole Palmer and, Enzo Fernandez and the other players they've got. They're not going to keep performing as poorly as they have done for this long. They're going to turn up eventually. So I imagine we'll see Chelsea turn it around. Liverpool, listen, we're on a great run. We're not playing fantastically well, by the way, but we're still on a great run, and I think we'll do okay. I think we'll get third. And I've said since the start of the season, I think City end up winning the league. GTFC, has the Celtic manager been sacked yet? He's out of his depth. Typical MLS manager. Well, I don't think he has been sacked, but I think it's only a matter of time, because the loss last night was against Motherwell. Yeah, the loss last night was just a little bit too much. Furious Celtic fans have said sack Wilfried Nancy or we'll boycott the Rangers match. Listen, it might well be that he gets the Rangers match. Maybe they'll give him the Rangers game, because if they play against Rangers, and I mean, if Rangers beat him, then that's it. He's done, isn't he? He's absolutely done. But imagine they get a win against Rangers, then that's like a great opportunity for a reprieve, isn't it? Sarah says, back now, just ordering tea, can't be bothered cooking. Love that. Love that. Not yet. Last night was absolutely appalling. Shamna, enjoying a glass of wine, and we've already celebrated New Year in the Singapore. Wish you and your family the very best in 2026. Lots of love, Shamna. Very, very lovely to have you on the channel, as always. And, many happy returns to you and your family too. Health, wealth, and happiness to the Shamna family in Singapore. Lots of love to you, mate. Honor Permo says, it's the worst I've seen Celtic in 32 years. Wow. Brendan, reckon Villa could do a cup season similar to 2001 Liverpool. Yeah, there is that vibe about Villa, isn't there? There is that look and feel to Villa. Nero Ronaldo, bro, good to see you recovered from your Arsenal meltdown yesterday. No, I'm still struggling. Mick92, how's it going, guys? What a result for the Ev last night. Absolutely fantastic result away at Forest. On a Permo, I think he's done already, but the board don't want to admit they're wrong. Sacking him will lay the blame at their doors. They don't want that. They're already getting some stick though, aren't they, that Celtic board? Up the Toffees. What a performance from Garner. Jimmy Garner, in the absence of Idrissa Garner Gay and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, just absolutely stepping up. What a player he is. Flying. He's absolutely flying for Everton this season. Brendan, Arsenal will pull away again now. They're the best squad by a country mile if Arteta doesn't get in the way. Do you know what? And I wouldn't disagree with that. But I think Arteta is far too arrogant. His ego is massive. He doesn't play great football. He tries to overthink things. He hates risk. I think he's a bit of a control freak. And the result of that is that he doesn't let his players play. I think he's an I would wager that many of those players, if they went and played for who's a less structured manager, let's say. I mean, like a Klopp. I mean, Klopp's not a manager anymore, but Klopp certainly gives his players a lot of freedom within the tactical shape. If they went and played for a Klopp, I think it'd be like a breath of fresh air. It'd be like a night and day. They'd be like, oh my God, what the hell were we doing under this guy? Thierry Henry has already said he would hate playing under Mikel Arteta, I think, because he hated playing under Pep Guardiola. It's the same sort of thing, isn't it? GTFC, just get Big Ange back at Celtic. He's jobless. He's not. No, he's been appointed manager of is it a Saudi team or a Qatari team? Somewhere out in the Middle East. Reese Key, you're getting clipped up everywhere. It's great for the social media platform. It's not so great for the amount of comments I'm getting. Christ, borderline death threats last night. Honestly, you wish... I got a message from a lad who said... verbatim, it was... I think it was... Let me remember it correctly. If we see yous, yous getting jumped, fam. If we see yous getting jumped, fam. That was it. That was the message I got last night after the Arsenal game. Note how it says we, if we see yous getting jumped, fam. So, yeah. Lovely threats. Craig, do you see Equatorial Guinea scoring against Algeria? I don't, mate, no. Listen, they've only scored one goal the whole tournament. They were pretty poor against Burkina Faso, but they scored from a set piece. That's the only goal they've scored all tournament. So, no, I don't see Equatorial Guinea scoring. Onapermo says, the Celtic board are getting stick already, so the blame goes much deeper than just this managerial appointment. This is a couple of years of poor management from the board. Ruining our reputation by lowballing teams for players, dragging our heels for months, messing teams and players around, not signing the players. And Celtic, if they sack Nancy, need to appoint Nicky Hayen. He was on our most wanted list, but he wouldn't have left Club Brugge, but he got the sack. GTFC, typical Twitter finger trolls who are just all mouth. But hey, you never know, do you? That's the important thing. Reese says, we do not agree with the horrible comments at all. I do have to say, you have extremely thick skin. You have to have extremely thick skin to be a content creator. Listen, yeah. I don't know. Brendan says, no halftime quiz. Well, I was just going to do some of these ones, some of these little, the Christmas quiz questions that I got. So we can do, yeah, we can do a halftime quiz. I was trying to keep up with the chat and not be rude as well. Right, so we've got yellow, green, blue and red. So go on, let's do some Christmas quiz stuff. Preferably while I'm on camera. Brendan Big Ange hasn't half had a touch of luck the past few years. He got paid out for 7 games at Forest, didn't he? Got paid out like a 3-year contract or whatever it was. Arban says Wolves chilling with their 2 points in the bottom. 3 now. 3, they got a point against United last night. Onapermo, have to be able to have a wee laugh at yourself. It's important in life. Yeah. What's the old saying, the old adage? Never take yourself too seriously. Never take yourself or life too seriously. None of us get out alive. It's true, just, tomorrow, what's the Memoria Morti, or Remember You Will Die, whatever it is. I know that's a bit of a morbid thing, but yeah, tomorrow's not promised. Just, yeah, enjoy today, have a laugh, whatever, it's all good. Right, quiz. Let's do some quiz questions. Before I die, World Station, which Scottish team do football team Queen of the South play their home matches? Where's Queen of the South? Geography-wise. In which Scottish town? GTFC says, Mark Goldbridge is the best for ignoring abuse. I've seen him get some crap. Whatever you think of Goldbridge, he's thick-skinned. Yeah, I quite like Goldbridge. Yeah, I quite like him. He's a pioneer in many ways. On a pair, the old adage, wash your balls. Wash your balls. It's not Livingston, no. It is Dumfries. Dumfries. That's where that is. Name the 2 clubs that feature in the Black Country Derby. Which is the Black Country Derby. 3-Star Red says 70% possession last night we had. Couldn't put the ball in the net. And the club had a striker on the bench, unused in Calimundo, who's proved he can score, being sold when window opens tomorrow. Do you think he is going to be sold? Ronnie says, happy early new year, my friend. Same to you, mate. Same to you. Lots of love, health, wealth and happiness to you and your family for 2026. On a permo, it was Dumfries, yeah. And GTFC TV, it is Wolves v West Brom, yeah. The 2 clubs that feature in the Black Country Derby is Wolves and West Brom, correct. Reese says, here's a question. Who was in goal for Arsenal in the 4-4 draw with Liverpool 2009? Ooh. The 4-4 draw with Liverpool 2009. Would it have been too soon for Almunia? Was it Almunia? Was it Chesney? Was it Manoni? It could have been any of them. I don't know. I'm just naming Arsenal goalkeepers from around that time. My guess would be... I don't know why I'm actually thinking Manoni now. Was it Manoni? Is it Vito Manoni? Benny Yoon scored the winner, the equaliser in that game. But yeah, I thought Almunia. Lucas Fabianski. Oh, the only one I didn't mention. Good question, that. That's actually maybe a better game to have done, you know. A better quiz. Pick a specific game, like a game that everyone remembers, and tell me who was like left back in that game, or tell me who was centre forward in that game. Does someone want to do it? Go and pick a game at random that most people would have remembered. If you want, and then pick a position and tell me. We'll do it. We'll guess. Shell says, watched it before, 3-star on my app. He's played better than it sounded in commentary. Because we're near the second half here now. So if anyone wants to do it, pick a random game that everyone or most people in the chat will remember from like the last 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. And let's do a guess. Let's do a guess who was the goalie, or guess who was the centre forward. Right, here you go. I've just picked one. So, can anyone guess who was Chelsea's Oh, it's so poor. Actually, you can't do that. You can't do that because that's two-legged. I'm going to have to do that as a... There you go. We'll do it that way. Who was Chelsea's front three in the Carling Cup final against Liverpool in the 2005 Carling Cup final? Reece says, who was the last player to be yellow carded in the City v Man United 6-1? The last player? Oh my God. Balotelli. I don't know. For lifting his shirt up. I don't know. GTFC, West Ham v Liverpool, 2006 FA Cup final. What are we saying? Who's the goalkeeper or who's the centre forward? Brendan says, who played centre forward for Spain 2008 Euros final? It's David Villa, wasn't it? David Villa? I know Torres scored in it. But did he start in it? I don't know if he started. Brendan Duff, Robin Crespo. No. It was there, yeah. GTSC, Robin Drogba Duff. Robin Drogba Duff was the front three. There's a change for Burkina Faso in goal. Coffee is coming off. Coffee off. The coffee's off. Who's the goalie? Who's this lad coming on? It's the second half is underway here in Casablanca. Victor Moses, what a hero he is. Victor Moses, good grief, he is... Yeah, he's absolutely shocking. He was terrible. GTFC, West Ham goalkeeper, 2006 FA Cup final. Ooh, West Ham goalkeeper. Was that Roy Carroll? Or Rob Green? Oh, was it Rob Green or Roy Carroll? JEFC up the toffees, Davy Moyes. It was a great result that for Everton, wasn't it? Yeah, brilliant result for that last night for Everton. Torres started. I see. Okay, stand corrected. Aban, predictions for the second half. I think Burkina Faso will add maybe another couple. I think they'll add a bit of gloss to this performance. I'm hoping that we see another few shots on target and they really have a good go. Because it's been a bit of a training match so far. It's been once they got that goal, we've not really seen as much of Burkina Faso. Sudan have been very poor, and Burkina Faso have just controlled the game when they've needed to. On a Permo, who's a player who anyone has signed on Champ Manager FM from unknown obscurity that ended up being a superstar in real life? Ooh. A player that I signed on Footy Manager or Championship Manager that ended up being really good in real life. I always remember signing Stefan Jovetic in Footy Manager. I mean, he had an alright career. He did okay. Brendan, was Rob Green at West Ham? He was at West Ham. He definitely was at West Ham. I'm sure he was. But I think it was Roy Carroll in the final. Jay shocked everyone, mate. I know, Everton winning back-to-back against Forest. I think you played really... Yeah, you played well. It was a good result. Burkina Faso down the left-hand side here. GTFC. Oh, it's Shaka Hislop, the West Ham goalkeeper, 2006. Oh, do you know what? And I should have known that. Because I can see it back now. I can see it in my eyes. I can see him diving for Gerrard's shot, and I can see him reaching for the one where Crouch Morientes heads it down. I can see it. Shaka Hislop. What a player. What a goalkeeper he was. Sam, you really watch anything, won't you, bud? Hey, grafting, Sam. Not like you. Sure, out on the town tonight, no doubt. Doing a different type of grafting. You're wrongin'. I was in your neck of the woods yesterday, by the way, mate. Should have come for a beer. Not that you'd have ever known, because you didn't know I was there, but you know what I mean. Romario says, opinion, what is the biggest rivalry in the world? Are we talking about football here? The biggest rivalry in the world. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends how you want to frame it. Celtic and Rangers is always very, very chaotic. Real Madrid, Barcelona, you're probably not going to get two bigger teams. But Liverpool, Man United, for the same reason. It's the biggest league in the world. Two biggest clubs. I don't know. There's loads of different answers to that, really, isn't there? GTFC, Millwall v West Ham. When's the last time they even played each other, though? Sam, you're wrong and you should have let me know. I will do next time. We'll be there again soon. Oh, have you heard, by the way? I shouldn't... Oh, I don't know if I can announce it, really. Because he might tell me off. But have you heard that our former friend JM is going to be a daddy? You don't know this, by the way. But JM is going to be a daddy. Burkina Faso are in. It should be 2. Come on. Finish it. What are you doing, you divvy? Oh. Should have been 2-0. I know I said that to him as well. But yeah, you don't know yet. There's an impending announcement. Romario, not the North London derby. No, definitely not the North London derby. Who gave away the penalty that Ryan Giggs scored against Liverpool in 2011? 1-0 win. Penalty that Giggs scored against Liverpool in 2011. 1-0 win. United won by scoring a penalty against us. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember that. 2011. Was it at Anfield? Why don't I remember that game? Bolton v Blackburn, Boca v River Plate, Millwall v West Ham was 2012 in the Championship. All right, okay. City v Madrid, biggest rivalry. They scored in the second minute. Why don't I remember that? Why don't I remember that? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Mad. Absolutely mad. Berbatov, I think. Who gave away the penalty that Ryan Giggs scored against Liverpool in 2011? That's really freaked me out. I've got a total mind blank. I can usually remember games like from ages ago, but why can't I remember that? 2011, Liverpool, Man United. Liverpool season 2010-11. I'm guessing it's that one. And you're saying Man United beat us 1-0. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the competitions because I can see it now. Man United 3-2. I remember that one. And we beat Man United that one, so it must be the season after. Must be 2011-12. 2011-12, Man United. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. That didn't happen. You're lying. That didn't happen. I've just looked. It ain't 2011. And it ain't 2012. 2011, we played Man United. We drew 1-1. So it wasn't that one. Burkina Faso, far post. Come on, you've got to score that. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. Yeah, Reece, you're lying. You're absolutely lying there, Chief. 2011, Man United, Liverpool. 3-1, we beat him. We beat him 3-1. What are you talking about? Oh, FA Cup. Oh, you're wronging. It was the FA Cup. Gerrard got sent off. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that one. You can't be throwing them ones out. Little curveballs. I think I was at that game, you know. Yeah, I think I was at that game. Daniel Agger against Dimitar Berbatov. They had Orbitan on the bench. Come on, Burkina Faso. We need some more goals. We need some more effort here. I need over 3.5 shots on target. We've got a Burkina Faso player down on the far side. And he's not happy. He's not happy. I think he was obviously... This is part of the problem, isn't it? This is part of the problem. These players, they are looking to the next game. They're looking to the knockouts. They're looking to see... They want to play in the big game that's coming up, whoever it might be. Whether it be, you know, an Algeria or a Cameroon or an Ivory Coast or Nigeria, whatever, you know. They're going to be playing against the big guys. And an opportunity to take the country onto huge things. So it's a real blow when they go down injured. It's a massive opportunity for them. And plus, obviously, this is a huge platform as well. A lot of these players, this is something I was thinking about last night. A lot of these players in this tournament, they'll be scouts at this tournament. And they'll be looking and watching and keeping an eye out for players who they might have not really saw much of at club level. They might not even get much of a chance to watch these players at club level. But I guarantee you there'll be players who are signed based off this AFCON that get moves to Europe or whatever. Maybe they're playing in... We've seen lots of players playing in South Africa, playing in the Botswanan Premier League, playing, you know, who might, off the back of this tournament, maybe they get moves to... I don't know, maybe they go and play in the Romanian league or the Greek league or something like that. And then all of a sudden that springboards the career onto something, a completely different trajectory. So This is a massive, massive opportunity individually for a lot of these players. As much as it is pride in playing for your country, it's a huge thing. Oh, Sudan nearly 1-1. They've had the chances. It can't be denied. It cannot be denied. Oh, so unlucky. It's a great shot. Great touch, actually. And then left-footed through the legs of Tapsoba. And it's just wide, that far post. Unlucky. Al Ghazouli comforting his teammate there, Abdallah. Should really be 1-1. At the very least, Sudan should be level. They've missed absolute sitter after sitter tonight. Key, are you into darts, mate? I'm not, mate. Don't watch the darts at all. No. I did see Littler throwing a bit of a wobbler, though. Luke Littler on the stage saying, thank you, you guys pay my... your tickets, they pay my prize money, so thank you for booing me. Always was a little nasty element of him under the surface, wasn't there? A little nasty element of Luke Littler just bubbling away under the surface. He can't hack it. Reece says, can you name the starting 11 for both Sweden and Brazil in the 58 World Cup final? Easy that. Give me an hard one. Give me a difficult question. Key, by all accounts, he said he wasn't bothered. I know, yeah, I'm not bothered, but then, like, bright red in the face, screams. Usually people who aren't bothered don't say they're not bothered. Like, if you're not bothered, you just go, alright. Don't even mention it. But he was definitely under pressure, and he wasn't liking the boos, and he responded in kind, didn't he? Thanks for paying my prize money, so thank you for paying my prize money with those tickets. Tiatana says, Key, who's looked lively in the second half? Honestly, still Sudan. Sudan have been the better side, and we've got Dango Ouattara coming on here for Irie. This should maybe bring about a bit more positivity from Burkina Faso because they've been very poor. And honestly, aside from the goal, Burkina Faso have been pretty poor. Sudan should at the very least be level. They've missed a penalty. They have missed a number of other chances in the game that really should have put them at the very least level, if not in front. Whereas Burkina Faso have had one chance, one shot on target, and they've scored from it. And isn't that the AFCON to a T? Adzol says he's going to get booed even more to Moz now. I would imagine so. Sarah says he's a United fan, so he's a bit salty. I mean, he's also a kid. I mean, I don't want to be too harsh on him because at the end of the day, he's 18, and I think if we all think back to when we were 18, maybe you're not 18, I don't know, but when you're 18, you do tend to make decisions based on emotion, and that's the one thing you learn very, very early on, if you can, is try not to make decisions based on emotion. Pia Shan Pio says 1-1. You think it's going to be a 1-1? I think Sudan really should have scored. They're making a lot of changes here now. Adzo says, do you ever... I do, mate. Yes, I do. I can't use that word because if I do, I get a little suspension on TikTok, so I don't do it. But yes, I do. Yeah. I do okay. GTFC, anyone got any decent... I can't talk about that, mate. Sorry. Sarah says if he can give, he can take it. Yeah, you'd like to think so, yeah. You'd like to think so. Right, Burkina Faso pushing forward down the right-hand side now. How many shots have they had here? Because all I need is it. Shots on goal 2. They've had 2 shots on target, right? I need another 2. I need another 2 from Burkina Faso in this game. 2 shots on target would be great if I can get it. And sorry, someone asked earlier, am I doing any of the other AFCON games later? I am, yes. I'm doing Mozambique against Cameroon. That is later tonight. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff. Oh, sorry, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? 7 o'clock kickoff. I am live at 6:45. So, please make sure, if you haven't already, please click like and subscribe on this video. I'm going to be live for Mozambique, Cameroon at 6:45 tonight. And if you're not coming back, then enjoy your New Year's, whatever you're doing with your New Year's. Happy New Year. Health, wealth, and happiness to you and your family. Love you lots. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown the channel through the year. And hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you come back. Because we've got a really good community here. We really do. We have a lovely, lovely group of people. Right, so Algeria still 3-0 up. They are topping this group. Senegal, Congo, and Benin going through in Group D. Here it'll be Algeria, Burkina Faso, Sudan. Nigeria, Tunisia, Tanzania in Group C. Egypt, South Africa go through in Group B. And Morocco and Mali go through in Group A. Group F still to be determined. It's probably going to... No, it is. It isn't to be determined at all. Group F is Cameroon, Ivory Coast, and Mozambique in some order. Mozambique, if they can get a win against Cameroon, then they could all of a sudden rocket up to first place. Brian Torasata, any chance you stop crying about Arsenal's dominance yesterday? Just say Liverpool can't replicate what we done yesterday. Accept it, salty boy. We are the champions this season. Yeah, I've heard that a few times from Arsenal fans over the last 6 years. There, Brian. And unfortunately, it's never quite panned out that way for Bottle Job FC. GTFC, why can't you talk about it? I've watched live. Yeah, you can't. You can't, mate. Maybe on here, on YouTube, but not on the other platforms that I am simultaneously live on right now. So yeah, I can't mention it. Don't mention it. But yeah, they're remarkably confident as a group, aren't they, these Arsenal fans? They're remarkably confident for a bunch of fans who've not really seen the team win anything over certainly the last 6 years, but not won a title in 20 plus years, couple of decades since they won a title. And beyond that, no Champions League ever. FHC 2079. Hi, how's it going? Angel de la Muerte, how's it going? Life of Reese, we want Mozambique to lose. We need Reinildo back. Well, no, the Mozambique are already through, mate. No matter what happens tonight, even if they lose, they are still through to the knockout stages. So yeah, no matter what happens, Reinildo is staying there a little bit longer. Sarah says, don't worry when City win it. I'm looking for these clowns. Yeah, they'll be very quiet. We won't see sight nor sound of them when Arsenal fluff it at the end of the year, I promise you. Here's Dango Ouattara, cleared away by Sudan. Adzo, who's been the team who's impressed you the most so far in this AFCON? I would say, from the limited amount that we saw them, I think... I was going to say there's maybe an outside chance of Burkina Faso going a little bit further, but I don't think there is. When you look at Tapsoba and Traore and Dango Ouattara, they've got ability. Even Coffee, the goalkeeper, assuming he's fit, he's gone off injured today. They've got ability in the squad, but I just think front to back, Senegal are the team that wins it. I can't see any other team other than Senegal winning it. The most impressive player at the tournament that I hadn't heard of before, I hadn't really watched before, is Yongwa. Yongwa, the left back for Cameroon. I think he plays for Lorient in France. Absolutely fantastic the other night. Brian says, this will be the third best team to win the Premier League all time. We've dominated this season. Unlike anything, we are frightening. Yeah, we've heard that again a couple of times, haven't we? A few times Arsenal have been dominating. They never win anything. Sarah says, remember Brian, Liverpool have been playing shite but still beat Arsenal. And GTFC, who's your player of the tournament? Mine is Lookman. Player of the tournament so far. Again, there's a few good uns. To be honest, I think defensively, again, I'm going to keep leaning back onto Burkina Faso, but I think Tapsoba's had a good tournament. I think Mbermo's done well for Cameroon. He's played well. Got the assist against Gabon, and looked really good against Ivory Coast as well. Ahmad's had a good tournament. He scored and assisted, I think, as well. So Ahmad would probably be up there. And there have been, there's been some surprise names as well in the tournament. You know, even necessarily some players who are going home. The Botswana goalkeeper, for me, gets goalkeeper of the tournament. And that's purely for the amount of goals he stopped going in. Botswana have lost every game, but he's been absolutely terrific. Chance here. Oh, come on. All I need is 2 more shots on target for Burkina Faso here. Got to have a shot. Life of Reese says, yeah, but they get a game which they will lose. And Mackenzie says, nay, decent footy on the day, man. Trio's actually class. He looked bad for us, but game by game he's got better. Chokchat, Happy New Year from Thailand, Key. Lots of love, mate. Lots of love to Thailand. Health, wealth and happiness to you and yours for 2026. And Honor Permo says, I like Ahmad, but I can't get over that he played for the Huns. Liam says, Happy New Year, Key. Getting myself a cheeky Chinese for tea. Cheeky Chinese. What'd you get from the Chinese? I'm not a lover of Chinese food, to be honest. Yeah, not a fan. But yeah, to bring in the new year, I hope you enjoy it, mate. Whatever you're getting, enjoy it. GTFC says, is Heung-min Son the greatest Asian player of all time? I think he has to be, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't think there's many others you could really argue with that. Heung-min Son's probably the best, yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of good, like Park. Park was a great midfielder for United as well. I think Park Ji-sung's underrated. Thought he was brilliant for United, but I don't think he was as much of a game changer maybe as Heung-min Son. Singapore noodles is on a Permo. Sweet and sour chicken balls, chips and egg fried rice. Oh, got a heartburn just thinking about that. Chance should be. Oh, it's a great effort. Overhead kick from Sudan, unlucky. Big Dunk says, great win for the Blues yesterday, pal. I thought you were terrific. Yeah, mate, you did deserve that. It was a good win for Everton. James Garner was fantastic. And yeah, good result for Ev. Salt and chili chicken bars and a big feck off spring roll. I've never had a spring roll. What's in a spring roll? I know people get like vegetable spring rolls, but what is it? What is it like? I don't know. I've never even had a spring roll. Fancy Leeds upset tomorrow. I think Leeds will be upset tomorrow as well, mate, yeah. I think they'll be upset tomorrow. And the lads stick 4 past him. Fucking go on. New year, same Reds. 3 points at Anfield for Liverpool. Love it. Big Dunk says Garner's been everyone's best player since Moyes came in. You're joking. Honestly, I've not heard anyone shut up about bloody Grealish and Dewsbury Hall. I've never heard such nonsense. James Garner's been brilliant. GTSE says my underrated Prem player this season is Tanaka for Leeds. I tell you what, these are so poor. It's going to be a goal kick to Sudan. There's no way I'm getting 2 more shots on target here from Burkina Faso. Not a chance. Honor Permo says prawns, ham, chicken with bean sprouts and a Chinese pancake rolled up. Prawns, ham and chicken. Oh, sweet lord. Newcastle were crap yesterday, says R. McKenzie. Yeah, well, Newcastle against Burnley. It's not an easy place to go, is it? They get the job done in the end. I think that's all people ever really hope for it. Going to Turf Moor is, did you actually get the win? Because that's all really that matters. That's a great tackle from Sudan. Honestly, all I need is 2 more. Come on, give me 2 more shots on target. Chalk Chart says, shame Man U couldn't win last night. I thought it was brilliant. I was rooting for Wolves late on. They missed a couple of sitters, Wolves, didn't they? Come on. That's a foul for Sudan again. Up the toffees. In all fairness, Sudan have actually been the better team this second half. Surprised it's still 1-0 Burkina. I agree. They've been by far the better team in the whole game, in my opinion. Sudan missed a penalty in the first half. They missed a sitter, certainly in the first half. And then in the second half, a couple of good shots. They've definitely pushed forward, Sudan. It's been an all right game second half. Certainly not as much of a one-way. I thought Burkina Faso might score a couple more and make it maybe 3-0. But I think that was a little bit of hopium on my part. Honor Permo says, it's the same great mix. It's the same meat mix you get in a special rice or a noodle dish at the Chinese. And GTFC says, is it TikTok you stream on this? I do it on 3 other platforms at the same time, that being one of them, yeah, mate. Big Dunk says, Dominic Calvert-Lewin bags the winner tomorrow. Do you think so? Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Right, Kabore is coming on here for Burkina Faso. And I think it's Traore going off. Is it? The goal scorer? Yeah, the goal scorer Traore is coming off. And Kabore will come on. Traore off, Kabore on. One day less says, did you know Omar Barada used to be at City? Self-sabotage. Do you know what? I was listening to a podcast earlier that was talking about the whole, Ruben Amorim in or out. They were having a chat about whether or not he's a good fit for Man United. And one of the things they were talking about was when Omar Barada came in, Dan Ashworth was manager of, sporting director or whatever. And this is what they said on the podcast, was that allegedly, Dan Ashworth favoured other managers over Ruben Amorim to replace Erik ten Hag. He said that Erik ten Hag had a certain style. Ruben Amorim was very different. He also had doubts about Ruben Amorim's ability to fit into the Premier League's managerial whatever. He didn't think that he would be able to step up. And he favoured other managers over him, and United ended up sacking Ashworth as a result of that, because there was a disagreement over the direction of travel. And I thought that was in then. Unlucky. Another shot from Burkina Faso. Minungu with the strike. Yeah, and they sacked him. Barada favoured Amorim. Amorim comes in, and now they're looking at sacking him. Honor Permo says, somebody needs to stop me talking shite. I'm feeling a bit smashed. I have no intention of getting a Chinese. Someone else brought it up. Don't get me started on pizza. What would you get on a pizza? Long ball up the pitch from the Sudan goalkeeper. Come on, Burkina Faso. I need more. I need a couple of shots here from you. Give me a chance. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. I need 2 more shots on target from Burkina Faso. It's a great run, this, down the right-hand side. Ball in. Chance. Oh, you bar steward. GTFC, thoughts on AFTV? Very successful. Yeah. I mean, fair play to Robbie. He's built something quite important for the club and whatever. That's... yeah, congratulations to him. It's shaped in many ways. It's shaped fan TV, hasn't it? It's not what we do. It's not our thing. I wanted to do something. I didn't want to do a one club thing, and yeah, It's a cool little one club. Not well little. It's definitely not little, but you know what I mean. It's a cool one club platform, and he's done very well. Wanderless says Papa John's is the one. I'm not a fan of Papa John's. Don't like Papa John's. Don't like Domino's. Beanie, Happy New Year, pal. Same to you, mate. Yeah, lots of love. Health, wealth, and happiness to yours. You and yours. Come on. Get it up the pitch. Come on, Burkina Faso. Still only the bloody 2 shots on goal for Burkina Faso. And I need 4. That's what is resting on this game now. I just need 2 shots on target for Burkina Faso. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Oh, he's give the goal kick. I can't believe it. Shocking. Dango Ouattara taking a dive there. He's took a dive. I used to prefer Pizza Hut. They're shutting them down everywhere though, aren't they? Everywhere's getting shut down, Pizza Hut wise. Piece of crust to shite. GTFC says AFTV gets successful from Arsenal's downfall. It's for rival fans to have a laugh. Even Arsenal players in the past think it's a joke, and Simon Jordan is spot on about AFTV. Like I said, mate, for me, I think if people enjoy watching it, whatever the motivations for that, then that's fine, I guess. It's if they enjoy making that stuff and people enjoy watching it, where's the harm? I guess, you know, that the real issue becomes if you're actually an Arsenal fan TV, if you're an actual Arsenal fan channel, are you doing and pushing what's best for the club, or are you doing what's best for that fan channel? And that's the ultimate question, isn't it? And that's the same question that honestly gets posed to all fan channels. So that's not unique to AFTV, by the way. That gets posed to obviously the United Stand, didn't it? That got asked of them as well. It got asked of even Redmen TV, I think, at one point. Are they actually doing what's in the interest of the club and the fans, or are they just kind of remembering the fact that they've got a channel and they want to keep the... Yeah, do you know what I mean? So there's always that. That's nothing unique to AFTV. That's with everyone. Every one club channel gets that. The Legend of K. Hey, how's things? Freezing my hands off right here. Mate, do you watch us like while in an ice bath or something? I was going to say, your hands are always cold. Turn the heating on. Or get a hot water bottle. Get one of them hand warmers. Fantastic. Honor Permo says Domino's collection only deal, Italian style base, double barbecue sauce, double cheese, double pepperoni. Fucking hell. You must be joking. Sudan make another change. I've got the heating at max. AFTV gets... Oh, we've done that one, sorry. I'm not a Domino's bot. Okay, well, it sounds like it, mate. Sounds like it. GTFC TV, AFTV used to be called Arsenal Fan TV. They had to change the name because Arsenal didn't want anything to do with it. Well, hey, again, I don't know about that. I think wasn't that just because they were using the name Arsenal and they've got it copyrighted? I think that's more a legal thing rather than anything emotional to do with the channel. AFC Harv, Happy New Year, Key. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, same to you. Happy New Year. Health, wealth, and happiness to you and yours, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. This has been a pretty dull game. It's not been one of our best games in 2025. But listen, if you do, again, just a reminder, if you do want to see Premier League Dad 2025 wrapped, make sure you get over to X and follow Premier League Dad at VPL Dad on X. I'll put it in the chat now. So if you go and follow me on X, and yeah, and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok too. But yeah, the Premier League Dad Wrapped will be out just after this game, basically, and it's going to be a rundown of the top 10 games that we've done on this channel. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, mate. Good to see you. This chat is buzzing like it's Hogmanay. I'm the pizza perpetrator. Apologies. Oh, good grief. Why can't they get any shots away, Burkina Faso? Honestly, it's been dreadful, this. Last 10 minutes, all I was hoping for was a Burkina Faso couple of shots. Look at that. Total shots on goal, still 2. 7 minutes and we need 2 more shots from him. Maybe we can get a couple of quick ones. Couple of quick shots on goal would be lovely. Oh, I can't even get through to that. Shocking. The Legend FK was watching some Liverpool matches from around 06. We've had some poor players. 2006? 2006? You thought we were... I thought 2006 was a really good Liverpool team. Which players are you saying was poor in 2006? Wanderless, I sure feel like having TGI Fridays. Can't say I've ever had one. Or I might have, actually. I might have. Maybe at the Trafford Centre. Found you on Instagram. Cheers, Sarah. I'll give you the follow back. Honor Permal says, what? One of those ready meals from Farm Foods. And Legend FK says, Morientes was amazing at Real Madrid. Not for us. He was old, though, wasn't he? He signed when he was like 30. And we didn't really have the players to help him. If you look at the players... Look at the players we had around that time. Morientes was... very capable if you gave him the service. But he wasn't a pacey front player. He needed the ball into the box. And look at our wide players at the time. Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia couldn't cross a ball. Luis Garcia was a player who tucked in and drifted in. If anything, he was like an inside forward. Must be! It's there! It's 2 for Burkina Faso! We've got a second and I've still got a chance here. It's Arsene with the goal and Sudan 0, Burkina Faso 2. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance here. Maybe there's a chance. Sudan have crumbled in the last minutes. They've played really well all game, I'll be honest. They really should have got at least a point out of this, if not more, Sudan. But Burkina Faso at the very end have killed the game off. And it's Kouassi. Arsene Kouassi, who plays for Lorient, he has scored, and he was a little bit of a lucky one, if anything. Ball gets played into him, he runs clean through on goal, left-footed. Does it take a deflection, this? I think it does, you know. I think this might go down as an own goal. I think this might be an own goal. Oh, tell me they're not going to take this off me. Tell me they're not going to take this off me. This is going to be an own goal, this, isn't it? It is. I bet you this is going to be an own goal. I think this might get given as an own goal. Oh, I tell you what. Please tell me that's going to count as a shot on target. That has to count as a shot on target. Must be. I mean, I still need one more. I still need one more shot on target for Burkina Faso. But yeah, we had Luis Garcia and we had who did we have on the left? It was usually Kuhl, wasn't it? Like, again, Kuhl, not necessarily a player known for getting his boots white, getting to the touchline and crossing it in. Legend FK, there was also an article saying Liverpool knew Torres was on the downside near 2010. Yeah. Igor Bishkan was a centre mid. But yeah, he wasn't necessarily a great help to Morientes either. That's a foul, and it's going to be a yellow card for Burkina Faso's centre forward. He did get chopped down there, the Sudan player. That's unlucky. Juan Derales says, did you like your time in Manchester, Key? I went Liverpool for my first time this year or last year. Did I like my time in Manchester? What time in Manchester? I like, yeah, Manchester's a cool city, yeah. I like Manchester. I've worked in Manchester for many years, worked in Liverpool for many years, lived in both. Legend FK84, Neil Mellor opinion. Again, he was never a Liverpool player, but he's come through the academy. He should have got more of a chance, maybe, but when he did play, he always did all right. The goal he scored against Arsenal was absolute top quality. The goal Mellor scores against Arsenal in the last minute at the Kop end is one of my favourite Liverpool moments of all time. Chris Kirkland, goal kick, up the pitch. And do you know what? And the funniest bit about it was 1-1 that game. Alonso had scored, Patrick Vieira had scored. It was 1-1, very delicately poised, and then I remember my dad saying it was the last kick of the game. We had a goal kick. It was basically a goal kick. I think it was a free kick near the corner flag. And Chris Kirkland had gone to take it, and he was just going to punt it up the pitch. And my dad said to me, right, here we go. Kirkland's going to pump it up the pitch here, and the ball's going to drop, and Mellor's going to smash it in. And I was like, yeah, all right, no worries. And I swear to God, that's exactly what happened. It was brilliant. 2-0. C'était que c'est même chose chez... Hang on. 2-0. Est-ce que cette même chose, je sais pas c'est quel, par bazar, le même tu peux pas gagner nous le Burkinabé. That's not the best French. Je n'ai pas français. Derela says, I don't think I've said the wrong thing there. Parlez-vous? Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous anglais? I think I said the wrong thing, sorry. Je n'aime pas les français. Je n'aime pas les français. The Arsenal. Can anyone tell me a better keeper than David Raya? As good a keeper that I've ever seen. Have you only been watching footy for 4 months, mate? I wonder, oh, sorry, I didn't know you, and you said you went TGI in the traffic. Oh, sorry, I meant, yeah, I think I said I'd never been to TGI Fridays, and then I said, I think I might have done once upon a time at the Trafford Centre. But I've not been to the Trafford Centre for ages either. The Legend FK says, Raya, Buffon, Neuer, Courtois. There are many. He's not in that group, is he? He isn't in that group at all, I'm sorry. There's absolutely no way that David Raya is in the same group as Neuer and Buffon and Courtois. David Raya's not even... He's just not. Like I said, he's a decent Premier League goalkeeper and no more. I think we'll look back on him in the same sort of bracket as maybe Joe Hart at a push, or... yeah. He's a Joe Hart. He's not a Shea Given, is he either? I think he's not Shea Given. He's not Nigel Martin. He's not, there's a level below. There's a level below those, and I'd say he's probably in that. He's definitely not Alisson, no, Sarah. He's nowhere close to Alisson Becker. Reece says Courtois, Neuer, Buffon, Van der Sar, Casillas, Valdez. Valdez. I didn't think Victor Valdez was that good, though. Again, Victor Valdez is another keeper who played for a great team. Won everything. But I didn't think he was a great keeper, was he? He was all right. He was okay. What is Raya's weakness, then? Well, he plays for a team that doesn't really... I mean, how many shots does he ever have to really save? Like, I'm not saying he's not a good keeper. I just don't think he's... The argument you made is that you've never seen a keeper better, which is a very, very bold argument to make. You can't really make that argument and say you're on the side of... Yeah, I was going to say David De Gea. I think David De Gea is miles better than David Raya ever was. Miles better. And he was a liability at the best of times. Sarah, what's his weakness? Szoboszlai free kicks, yeah. Szoboszlai free kicks, he can't stop them. Although the ball is different, of course. The ball's different. Come on, Burkina Faso, one more shot. We've got 2 more minutes. Let's get one more shot here. Telling you, one more shot on target for Burkina Faso. Play it down the line here. It's going to go into the box and he's going to knock it in. Here we go. This is it now. This is it. Get it out wide, ref. That's a foul. That's a foul. Thank you, sir. Yes. Here we go. Burkina Faso, free kick. Let's get it quickly taken. Let's have a shot. Quick as you like. Let's have a shot on goal from distance and work the goalkeeper. Please. Please, help a brother out. I'm going to celebrate like it's gone mad if they do actually manage to get a shot on target here. Legend FK, it takes a lot more than a season or 2 to become legendary. I think you've got to win something, haven't you? He's got to win something. He's got to, have big moments in big games to really justify him being labelled as one of the best ever. That's a very, very bold approach to say that. David Raya's not earned that, I don't think. But, hey, again, to each their own. Who am I to say you can't think what you want to think? If you think he is, then you think he is. Chance for Sudan here. Oh, yeah, roof of the net. Unlucky. Took a bit of a deflection. I think that's going to be a corner to Sudan. Legend FK, Dida opinion. Dida was a very good goalkeeper, but couldn't save anything to his left. Oh, sorry, to his right. To his right it was. Saved everything to his left, couldn't save anything to his right. And that was one of the things that always got mentioned in the Liverpool AC Milan thing. It was always, if you're going to have a shot, make sure you put it to his right. Equatorial Guinea 1, Algeria 3. That one's finished, and I think this one's going to be blowing up in the next few seconds as well. I don't think I'm going to get my 3rd, 4th shot on target, rather. I need a 4th shot on target, but I'm not going to get it. It's finished. There you go. The referee's blown up. Sudan 0, Burkina Faso 2. Full time here. And it's full time. Yeah, there you go. Right, I will be on again in about 45 minutes. I'll be back. If you want to join me, please make sure you have clicked like and subscribe on the video. I will be back in 45 minutes for Mozambique against Cameroon. Our final watch-along of 2026. It should be a lot better than this one, hopefully. But yeah, our final ever watch-along of 2025, not 2026. Final watch-along of 2025 before 2026 is going to be Mozambique against Cameroon. Join me for it if you want to. If you're not, if you're going out for the night, if you're going having a few drinks or whatever, lots of love, have a safe night, and yeah, health, wealth and happiness to you and yours for the new year. Thank you everyone that's joined the channel and supported and followed and liked. Lots of love. I'll see you all in 45, or maybe I'll see you next year. Take it easy. See you soon.